Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Norristown High School Gymnasium. I'm Jim Nelson here with Neil Schaefer tonight, and we're here for the opening of the Eagles as they move into league play. Norristown 2-1 on the year with victories over the Chestmont entries, Downingtown and Westchester Henderson, and a close loss to Abington in the finals of the tip-off tournament. Neil, I know that you've been talking with one of the assistant coaches for Norristown. How does he feel so far about what the Eagles have done?
Well, so far, I guess he's a little bit unhappy with the Abington game. He felt that they could have been a victor in that game. Plus, they're looking for a shooter to step forward and take command of the game. Dean Barron's, the assistant coach, says they have a lot of good athletes out there, but one shooter has not stepped forward, with the exception of Joe Green. And Joe won't be playing tonight, but they look forward to someone that will take the forefront of the shots and make them. And hopefully one of the players tonight will step forward and do that.
Neil, Lofton Thompson is a player I've watched here for 3 years now. I felt when he came on the scene that he had the chance to be one of the really outstanding ball players for the Eagles. I feel very strongly that his advancement was somewhat set back by the selfishness of a lot of other players on the team. What are their expectations for Lofton this year?
Well, I guess they're looking for team leadership as well as anything. He came in the same year I came in as a teacher, and I was watching him when he was a freshman, and he just seemed to be a shooting phenom. And like you said, his shooting started to slow down. His points went down a little bit. And I guess the only thing they're looking for is leadership from him. And he's had a lot of experience on the court, and he can hopefully instill in some younger players and some new players to the school the ways of Norristown basketball.
In talking with one of my friends, actually a student I taught from the class of '72, Ted Monaco, who worked with a lot of players last year, he said that Eddie Moore has become a real defensive force for the Eagles, and that he actually is a Division I possibility. Did Dean or Tom McGee say anything about Ed?
I haven't heard anything about Ed Moore, but at 6'8" and in 10th grade, he's got to be something. He's got to be some kind of defensive power, and he's got big guys standing around him. So maybe they're competing for his job. So maybe he feels he has to be a defensive threat. We'll have to see tonight.
Now, I'm very interested. I have a feeling for the last 2 years, you've been here with their games, and Frank and I've always been bothered by the fact that Norristown struck me as a very selfish team. I wonder if they've corrected that this year. Do you have a chance to talk to Dean at all about this?
I really can't say one way or the other, but I agree with you. They really have to play as a team, 5 people on the floor working as one to be successful. And I'm not saying they haven't been successful, but they could be more successful if they look around and pass to the right guy and stop looking at themselves as the only person on the court.
Yeah, it's one thing I'm going to be very interested in seeing tonight is how they play together. And I've always loved the team. I mentioned to you early on that 2 of the guys who are working with the JV team, Binky and Mike Evans, were part of one of the fun teams that Norristown had, a team that it was just great to go out and watch because they played like a team and they really advanced fairly far in the state playoffs. Starting lineups tonight for Central Bucks West, number 10, Dave Lau, and number 15, Bill Rookstool at the guards. The forwards are number 34, Chris Homa, and number 42, Eric Curran. And at center is number 53, Kevin White. The Eagles will be going Eagles will start tonight with number 4, Marcus Green, and number 24, Lofton Thompson, number 32, Josiah Perry, number 50, Dawad Johnson, and number 21, Eddie Moore at center. What's the story with Dawad Johnson? He gained an extra year of eligibility, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
We'll have to check that out. I think we petitioned to the PIAA. Star-Spangled Banner, and I have to admit I missed the Norristown cheerleaders singing this. And looking at the Norristown cheerleaders, a little bit of a new look this year,
Hey,
Neil.
we got some guys with pants on there. What's that? I think we have 2 male boy cheerleaders, and I believe that's because of the new coach. He wanted to do a couple more tumbling drills and spins and twirls, and you need a couple spotters there regulated by the Pennsylvania State
Every
law.
once in a while, twirling through the TV channels. You ever happened on those national cheerleading championships?
ESPN too has those national championships. People flying in every direction.
Most of the teams have both guys and girls on them. It gives them a chance to perform some of their stunts. Interesting game tonight with Joe Green out. West is not the stronger of the 2 Central Bucks teams. Central Bucks East coming in, and we have a very interesting schedule very early on in the league. We get Abington and Central Bucks East, 2 of the other strong contenders early on.
Apparently Central Bucks East has some big guy in the center that really likes to score, so that should be an interesting game. And as you said, CB West isn't the powerhouse of the 2 Central Bucks schools.
Kevin White and Eddie Moore to jump center, and we're just about ready to go. Here we go. Moore controlling the tip with Johnson. And you mentioned to me earlier, DeWatt Johnson does look as though he's a much slimmer model. This is 23. It's Andy James starting, not Marcus Green. That's James with the ball, and Thompson outside. Central Bucks West looks at 1-3-1.
It looks to be a 1-3-1 zone.
Here's James to Thompson. Thompson pass behind his back, out of bounds. Nobody there. This is Lowe with the ball. Johnson playing him. Eagles playing man-to-man. This is Kevin White guarded by Johnson. Ball thrown. Saved by Rookstool. He must be on the line, out of bounds. Rookstool, number 15. Eagles with James 23, Thompson 24 in the backcourt. There goes Thompson. Another. The second throwaway by Thompson. Looking that time for Perry. There's Rookstool, number 15. 42 is Curran. Shot missed in the corner. 34 is Homa. There goes Kevin White. No, nothing there. Strong rebound by DeWatt Johnson. There goes Thompson. Stops for the jumper. He's got it. Norristown moving in transition, something which they do so well. Ball over to Homa. He's 34. 42 is Curran. Ball in the hand of Lowe. Looks like he's the point guard of this team. There's Curran. Kevin White with a jumper from outside. Yes. Kevin White over Johnson, tying the game at 2. There goes Josiah Perry. Looks for Thompson. Finds him. Ball knocked away. Partially hit for Perry with a big rebound to control. Out to James.
They're slowing down the game. CB West is slowing down Norristown's game. You'd think Norristown have a speed game. They got a lot of fast guys out on the court. Playing right into the hands of CB West.
This is Rookstool. Over to White. White with a jumper. Ball blocked by Moore. And there's that defensive presence that I was told about before the game. Here comes Thompson. Ball tipped. A little sloppy in the early going here. This is Lowe. Lowe will back. Oh, foul on Thompson. First foul, first team foul against the Eagles. Central Bucks West, Curran to my right, inbounding. Eddie Moore playing him. Ball comes back to Lowe in the backcourt. Lowe on the move. Thompson on him. Thompson is a good defensive player. Usually draws the other team's best shooter. Bill Rookstool up. First 2 for him. Central Bucks West goes out to an early 4-2 lead. Thompson to Moore. Moore to Perry. Perry coming deep to Thompson. Cross court to James. Eddie Moore at the top of the key. Ball to Thompson. Jumper. He's got it. Game tied at 4. Thompson with all 4 Eagles points. Low to Curran. Eddie Moore playing him outside. Low back to Curran. Over to Lowe. Lowe looking for Rooksteal. Rooksteal on the drive. Back out to Curran. Curran with a jumper from the corner. Off the rim, no good. Perry with a wrong rebound. Perry gives to James. James on the move. Over to Thompson. Thompson finds Perry in the center. Outside to James. James in the move. Back to Perry. Perry to Thompson. Thompson into Moore and a nice move. Eddie Moore with a slam.
And Eddie Moore with a bang with a deuce, as they say.
Eddie will beat. Moore with a steal on the drive. Looks around. Ball knocked away by Lowe. Eddie will be after me in class on Monday to come up with a nickname for his dunk.
Well, I was told by Marcus Green that anytime anybody slams dunks with two hands, it's the new term is bang with a deuce. And Eddie Moore did it, and he was going to do it again.
Unfortunately, in the past, we've seen some Eagles players try to bang with the deuce and end up missing key baskets.
Right.
James to DeWatt Johnson. Johnson on a strong move. Jumper up, no. Rebound comes down to Curran. He finds Rooksteal. James all over him. Bounce pass to Lowe. Lowe is off. Thompson finds Perry up. Perry trying to move inside. Ball knocked out of bounds. Perry looking for DeWatt Johnson.
You know, I suppose I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm just about to say, but I have not seen Norristown run a single play yet tonight.
There's the ball to James. He's got it. He got a foul on Central Bucks West. Ball is good. Foul is on Lowe. Is it on Lowe? James with 3. Eagles by 5 with 3:38 left in the first period. Lowe with the ball. Eagles with full court pressure. Ball knocked away. James. Thompson has it. Thompson finds Perry. Perry on the move to the basket. Yes. Josiah Perry with his first 2. Here comes Kevin White. Could have been a walk. Curran with the ball. Eagles by 7. Over to Lowe. Into Kevin White. Johnson on him. Rooksteal with a miss. Ball controlled by Thompson. Thompson comes up to Perry. Perry on the move. He's got it.
It's Andy James, Jim. That's
I'm sorry, Andy James. Eagles looking for the fast break. We got a timeout. Central Bucks West. Early going, Neil. Central Bucks West going with the Eagles. And all of a sudden, the Eagles with a 9-point spurt in about a minute and a half.
Well, it's a run and gun. They get off a steal, a good transition game down the court. Usually one guy is back and gets an open shot, and that's what happened the last 3 times down the court. It's typical steal, transition, and a basket, and that's why they're leading by 9 points now. But even when they do have the ball in a set offense, there is no offense. I'm not seeing any plays being run. I just see guys holding up their hands, waiting for the ball to come to them. And maybe I'm spoiled because I also announce it at our Sinus basketball games where the plays are called in every time they come up the court, and you see guys moving, not to the ball, they're moving in a transition and running a play. And I see that with women's basketball too. And I just don't see that Norristown's going to be successful in any district playoffs or anything. If you're just going to stand there and wait for the ball to come to you, you have to make it happen.
I think we're going to find out in those games I mentioned with both Central Bucks East and Abington, where Norristown will have to play a half-court game, and we see how they do it. Norristown with good pressure. Ball comes up. Ball blocked by Eddie Moore. That was Chris Home on the drive. Eagles in transition. It was number 30. Maurice Allen in the game for the Eagles, 10th grader. Another very quick Eagles player. Lofton Thompson out. Eagles pressure defense looks stronger than in the past few years, Neil. Looks like they really can put the pressure on
it. They were working on it yesterday.
They're extremely quick. Here comes Lowe, spin move. Bounce pass over to Curran. Back to Lowe. In the corner to Rooksteal with a fake. Jump shot up. No. Ball batted there. Out of bounds off of Norristown.
I watched the practice yesterday, and They played the inbounds pass, deny the inbounds pass, and they were working offense to break the press, trying to get it up the court. So I guess that's what McGee wants to see more of. There's a steal by Dawad Johnson on the inbounds.
Eagles stealing that inbounds. Perry strong to the basket. Pass, no, Moore battling. Moore with the ball, goes up outside. This is Thompson on the drive, and we're going to have a foul on West.
Now, that was an interesting play. Eddie Moore had 3 guys on him, and he passed it out to Lofton Thompson. An unselfish move. That was what you need to do.
For the Eagles, number 41, Brad Weldon, 6 foot, 10th grader. Eagles going with a pretty young group of players.
Indeed.
And Central Bucks West comes with number 40, Mike Castelli, off the bench. Thompson coming outside. This is Allen to Thompson to Moore. Moore launches the jumper. No, strong. That time Eddie didn't follow his shot in, or he would have had it. Rookstill with the ball, launches the 3. He's got it. That's Bill Rookstill. That's a 2. It wasn't a 3. He must have come down on the line. This is Thompson. Thompson with the bounce pass over to Allen. Allen and Thompson outside. Eddie Moore at the top of the key. Weldon and Dawad Johnson in the corners. Thompson with a jumper up. No, battle on the boards. Taken away. There's Rookstill looking for somebody to throw to. Finds Lowe. Moore coming over to pick up Lowe. Moore on. There's the ball to Homa. Ball stolen away this time. This is Dawad Johnson with a fake. They got him on a walk. Actually did the right thing there because he held up to throw the fake to get in, but then he walked.
Comes the big guy. Chris Garrett.
This is Chris Garrett, 6 foot 9 inch 12. I don't know where he came from. I don't remember him last year.
I talked to Tom McGee, and he said he was attending our alternative school at Roosevelt, and this is he's come up to the high school now, and he's was part of the program last year.
Central Bucks West running a nice set play, finding Homa underneath for the easy layup. West still playing their 1-3-1. Eagles with Thompson, Allen, Garrett, Johnson, and Weldon. This is Lowe. Lowe over to Castelli. Over to White. White goes across to Rookstool. Lofton Thompson playing him. To Homa. Homa on the move. Garrett, nothing there. We're going to have a foul. Number 30, Maurice Allen.
Yep. It was on Chris Garrett on a reach. They were both reaching, but they called it on Chris Garrett.
Norristown by 5 with heading under 20 seconds left in the first period. There's Lowe. Lowe with a left-hand jumper. He's got it. 13-10 Eagles. There's the ball down court. Thompson with it. First period coming to a close. Thompson goes over to Allen. They only have 7 seconds. They better look for a shot. Allen goes to Dawad Johnson. Somebody better shoot. There goes the launch of the jumper. No. Norristown that time didn't appear aware of the time.
Weren't paying attention to the clock, weren't paying attention to the coaching staff.
First period ends with the Eagles with a 13-10 lead.
Scoring in the first quarter, Andy James has 5, Lofton Thompson has 4, and for CB West, it's pretty much spread out 5 players each with a basket.